What is up, XRP community? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. This is a very exciting video, guys, as we dig into the World Economic Forum and their cashless plan for the future. Now, we all know that it's getting very close. The lawsuit is on the brink of settling, but it can still take some time, but we're almost there. We all know that. Let me show you guys some very interesting stuff. Share this video with everyone because everyone has to understand this and know this. So share as much as you can because it's interesting. Americans who go cashless continues to grow in a typical week US cashless. So when we click on this WEF.org website, this is how many Americans never use cash. Now this is just showing you guys that we're closer and closer to moving into a digitalized future, right? Where we all know that it's coming, but it's coming quicker than you think. And the whole idea that XRP is going to increase in price after the lawsuit, well, buckle up, guys. I think it's not going to be true, and I will show you why. I think based on what we have researched and what we have seen, that you're gonna be priced out of XRP sooner than you think. So let's say hypothetically that this lawsuit ends in November, right? That's where price can quickly go up. But let's say that this lawsuit actually takes until March, which is a big possibility because actually Brad said so himself. And he's not just saying things, he's basing things not on speculation. He actually knows. He knows the timeline, guys. He knows exactly when things are going to go live. Now in November, Swift goes live. That's one thing we know. But one thing we also know is that it will take from November till March 2023 for all the banks to get ready. Like this is the maximum amount of time that you have to accumulate XRP. And actually you have to start now if you didn't. And get as much as you can. And this is not financial advice, but let's dig in. Americans have become more likely to say they don't use cash for purchases in a typical week. The percentages, guys, are insane. Look at that. All or almost all of their purchases. So here you can see 14, 44%, 41%, right? So it's growing every year. In less than a decade, the share of Americans who go cashless in a typical week has increased by double digits. Today, roughly 4 in 10 Americans, 41%, say none of their purchases in a typical week are paid for using cash, up from 29% in 2018 and 24% in 2015. Now, what do you think is going to happen when we are going to start use CBDCs? Everything is going to change. This number is going to be doubled very quickly. The share of Americans with household incomes of 100K or more who say they don't use cash for any typical week purchases has risen sharply since 2018, right? We all know that this is coming. Let's see this. This is very interesting. So here, what is the forum doing to improve the global banking system? The World Economic Forum's Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution Network has built a global community of central banks, international organizations, and leading blockchain experts to identify and leverage innovations in distributed ledger technologies, DLT, that could help usher in a new age for the global banking system. Open your eyes, guys. They are literally telling you in front of your eyes. We are now helping central banks build, pilot, scale, innovate policy frameworks for guiding the implementation of DLT with a focus on CBDCs. DLT has widespread implications for the financial and monetary systems of tomorrow, but decisions about its use require input from multiple sectors in order to realize the technology's full potential. Over the next 4 years, we should expect to see many central banks decide whether they will use blockchain and distributed ledger technologies to improve their processes and economic welfare. Given the systematic importance of central bank processes and the relative freshness of blockchain technology, banks must carefully consider all known and unknown risks to implementation. Insane. And what is Ripple doing? For a decade now, they're getting ready for this. When resolution of the SEC versus Ripple case, I think we will have an answer in the first half of next year. Now, what did I tell you? Quarter 1, Quarter 2, 2023, March. You have till March. maximum till June. That's when price will already be very high. I expect price to really go up very, very soon. November, we may see price going above $2, $3, $4. Imagine that without the lawsuit settling, because that's how they price out most of the people. Most of the people think after the lawsuit something is going to happen. Yes, it will, but you have to think yourself. Maybe you're already priced out because price is already $5. We may not come to this region ever again. The 50 cents region, 50 cents XRP is something that is going to be history. And you're going to look back and think and regret. So don't be that guy. So here we have cross-border demands banks get ready for clearing 2.0 as real-time payments network operate across the globe. FedNow in the US and faster payments in the UK. To name just two examples, those systems still need to communicate with one another as payments cross borders. Data needs to flow in real time across currencies and time zones. Shant Sherkison, Group Chief Markets Officer, the Bank of London, told Karen Webster that has recently announced RTP, real-time payments, initiative being piloted by the Clearing House. TCH, EBA Clearing, and SWIFT would help further shape how clearing banks operate as real-time payment systems change money movement themselves. Very soon, guys. Look at this. Discover real value. November 16, 17. Swell in London. Look at the speakers. This is all that you have to understand. Swell Global is Ripple's annual flagship event that brings together the world's most influential voices across crypto. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Look at the speakers, guys. Look at this. MasterCard, Chief Digital Officer. Bank of America, Head of GTS. TrueLayer, CEO, Amazon Web Services Global Head, Lulu Financial Holdings, BCB Group, SC Ventures, Binance Head of Corporate, Unite. Why do you think all of these people are coming here, guys? It's not coincidence. Trust Wallet, Tranglo, MENA region. You can name it. They're here, guys. They're here. And they're going to speak, and they're not just going to talk about some nice crypto, right? This is a real company solving a real issue. These are high value people. The stage is being set. NYC, World Trade Center, platform, ads. Crypto means business. Ripple is advertising everywhere. Does this look like any other cryptocurrency to you guys? Shift your business into carbon neutral. Swift isn't fast enough. Just think about the message that all the high corporations are using about carbon neutral and being ready for this environment thing. Ripple is doing the same because it's gonna become one of the most significant company for payments, right? SEC versus Ripple. Here we have our big friend Jeremy Hogan. Listen to this. Therefore, I believe that Ripple will object to a ruling on the fair notice defense issue because discovery is not complete. It wins that objection. So even if the SEC appeals the email order, the Section 5 violation issue will continue forward and be fully briefed by November 15. No matter what happens on the Hinman email issue, no matter the delay, the main issue will move forward to judgment. If Ripple wins on the Section 5 violation, the FDN becomes moot. If Ripple loses on Sector 5, it can still move for summary judgment on the fair notice defense. A settlement could happen anytime up until she rules, but I think it's more likely before November 15. November, again, it would make a very good point that by November we are settled. Like everything lines up. Swift is ready, ISO 222 is ready, the lawsuit is ready, Ripple is ready. It's going to be insane. Boom. And this is why Ripple was sued and Gary is still going on. And this is why Gary is now declaring stablecoins to be securities as well. And no, stablecoins do not eliminate counterparty risk. Let's take a look.
Jamie Dimon really continued to beat down on it. He said very recently that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are nothing but a decentralized Ponzi scheme.
Yep. So let me qualify my statements on this because I'm an investor in JP Morgan as well. I have a lot of respect for him. He may be one of the most successful banking managers in the history of that sector. However, that was an uninformed statement. And it was not helpful at a time when we're trying to drive regulation through 2 different bills on the Hill right now. I, along with many other private investors, have been spending a lot of time in Washington on this. Essentially what Jamie said there, he was talking his book. This is my interpretation. He feels threatened by some of this technology, particularly around payment systems, because banks make money transferring assets. It's a cost of friction in the system. And one of the only reasons that I invested in Circle, and I'm an investor in Circle, I'm supporting their initiative, and I'm a big believer in what stablecoins can do, is it's time to get rid of that friction. And it's not important that banks be protected so that they can make fees from that friction. When you transfer the US dollar into the Swiss franc to buy Nestle on the Zurich exchange, these banks add 0 value. There's no value created in ACH transfer fees. If we could use a stablecoin that was regulated and approved by both sides of that transaction, it would be more transparent, it would be much faster, it would definitely be more productive, but above all, I would save millions of dollars. And so would everybody else. I can't wait till we can do that, because that kind of innovation should be supported, and it is. And that's why we're all here. This isn't about, speculation on asset price. This is about reducing the fees of how the world's economies work. More transparent, more productive, completely auditable, regulated, but less expensive. So does Jamie Dimon feel threatened? You're damn right he does. That's a big part of how he makes money. Too bad.
Wow, just spot on, guys. This is it. This is why Congress in the US, SEC, this is why everything is taking so long. They feel threatened by Ripple. And of course, so when they feel threatened, do not think that Ripple will fail. No, they will find a way to work together with Ripple, because they understand that this technology is just, you cannot go around it. It's the new technology, you have to use it. And this is what we're seeing now. Thank you very much for joining this video, guys. Remember, share with everyone. Everyone needs to understand this. Thank you very much. See you in the next one. Cheers.